Happy Friday to my basics bitches out there. This is Friday No Filter, where we unleash the rant on the basics of health. Each Friday, we tear down the glossy facade and dive headfirst into the nitty-gritty of what it takes to thrive in the chaos of modern health. No frills, no fluff, just straight talk about what matters. It's time to embrace the chaos on your own journey and give a big, bold middle finger to the status quo. Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Don't Call Me Skinny. Crazy that we are almost at 300 episodes. I am wildly blown away by myself. I'm not going to lie. It's good when you impress your own damn self, right? Obviously, we're just going to get out of the way. Basics on Demand, Fat Loss Group Coaching, Fat Loss Basics Group Coaching. They are both available for you to hop into. So for the current time being, I'm actually stepping away a little bit from the one-on-one space. It's going to be kind of a sacred space for me at this point. So I will be talking a lot about Fat Loss Basics, where I really truly feel like a lot of people need to be first before we go into group coaching. I think there's a huge stepping stone and this big gap that needs to be filled before we head into what real virtual coaching is. Now, some of you that have followed me or listened to me for a long time, you guys actually might it might make sense for you. And you might be ready for that step. So that's why it's going to be very individualized as far as who I let in, very gatekeeped, if you will. And we'll just kind of play that thing by ear, but you're going to hear me talk a lot about Basics on Demand and Fat Loss Basics Group Coaching, hence basics, because we are the basics, bitch. Welcome to anybody that is new here. Thanks for joining. And I know I'm actually getting quite a few followers from TikTok. Hello, my TikTok crew. Welcome. Excited to have you here. If you get something from this, please screenshot, share it. This is how I get out into the world. So I would appreciate if you obtain any kind of information that could be helpful for you or for somebody else, please share it with them. That is important that we are spreading actual good information for people for their health. So Wednesday talked about why you might not be in a calorie deficit, why there might be reasons that it's difficult to stay in a calorie deficit, whether it is your hormones, whether it is accurate tracking, whether it's your actual numbers that you're getting from who knows where. Okay. And reasons why this is the case. Now, on the flip side of this, we have to be willing and able to open ourselves up to explore why, right? I have to sneeze. I apologize. I think I did this last Friday No Filter too. My apologies. Also, living the life of a person who does all of their work on platforms. I cannot shut off my Facebook in this moment, so I apologize if you hear dings coming from that in advance. But okay, on the flip side of the reasons why, we have to allow and give ourselves some space to figure out what's actually happening. What are the blockages? What is going on here? Because if we start to judge ourselves, I cannot stay in a calorie deficit. No wonder what's wrong with me. I actually did a TikTok on it today about that. And so many people were like, oh my gosh, this is me. Oh my gosh, I'm 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, I'm heavy 2 and a lot of 3 or whatever the case is, right? If we don't allow ourselves some space to explore what's going on and why we cannot stay in a calorie deficit, we won't be able to move ourselves away from that space. Okay. This goes to kind of unlearning things, but also giving yourself space and room to figure it out. We do not do that. We immediately, ladies, moms. Okay, I had to fix my headphones. We immediately go to judgment. We immediately go to what's wrong with me? Why am I so ridiculous? Why am I stupid? Why can't I do this? What is going on? Why am I so dumb? Why can't I do this? What does it matter? All these things. Instead of being like, okay. So I know that I've been a yo-yo fad diet trend person my entire life. I've had a weight issue my whole life. I'm just going to give you my examples here. And nothing I ever did before worked. And why is that the case? Why has nothing I've done before worked? Well, I could name numerous amounts of reasons as to why it didn't work before, right? The biggest one for me that stands out, it was never sustainable. I fucking like ice cream, okay? I like bread, okay? I like chocolate, okay? I like potato chips. I like caramel iced caps, obviously, right? I like these things in my life. I like pizza. I like to have a couple alcoholic beverages. I like these things that I like. And every time I tried to do this, I would remove them. I get restrictive. I get so restrictive that I go into the deprivation side, and then I couldn't get myself back over. So I would just, boom, head right into the binge. It's like falling face first into the binge episode, right? It's because I restricted so much. So what I did was get curious as to like, well, what happens if I just change one thing, or I just work on a couple of things, or every day I just wake up and I'm just going to try to get there, or try to eat better, or try to do whatever, right? This is a real thing. It's a real thing. So while we can sit here and we can start pinpointing like, okay, this is where my issue is. Or maybe I have tanked my hormones and my gut is shit and my thyroid's trash because I've been a yo-yo fad dieter. Like, awesome. Not really, but I got it. Okay. How do I start correcting the situation? And you have more power in this what you think you do. You have more power in this than what you think you do. Way more power. So much more power. In fact, it all is in your hands. It's all on you, right? But again, we don't have to judge ourselves for it. I could sit here and I could, for 32 years, tell you how many times it's just like, what is wrong with me? Why can I not lose weight? Why can everybody else do this? How come I'm the only one? Y'all, I'm telling you right now, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Today alone, I've talked to, 15 women, I think. Just today alone. When I said my TikTok was fucking exploding, not kidding, okay? 15 women alone who are all like, oh my gosh, this is me. Oh my gosh, you're speaking right at me. Wow. Did you peek through my window and watch what I do literally that's what women are saying to me. So understand that you're not alone in this process. So many people are dealing with this complication of the health, of trying to get on the other side of this. And our biggest crux is not giving ourselves fucking space to do that. Not giving ourselves energy and time and grace and patience that we would offer somebody else. But us, oh no, shame on you. You're a terrible fucking person because you fucking like potato chips. Shame on you. No. It's like, okay, why? Why when we open a bag of chips can we not stop? Why? We have a poor relationship with food. Why? Well, like that goes back to like my childhood. Man, my parents loved snacking at night. And not only did my parents like snacking at night, but I always had to go to bed. So I constantly felt like I was missing out. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. You constantly felt you were missing out when everybody else was snacking. So what would you do? Well, I would snack when nobody else was snacking. Because then I felt like I could be a part of it. Y'all, that's my story. That's part of my story. That is me. That is me. That is me. That is my story. I'm explaining to you why when I did something, could I not do it? And then sometimes I would even have thoughts of like, well, if I eat it all now, they can't eat it later. So then I won't miss out. Oh, deep, right? This shit is so fucking deep. It's not even remotely, I don't even know what to tell you. It is not surface level shit. This is not surface level shit. Getting to why we can't stay in a calorie deficit is so much harder than what you fucking think it is. It's so much bigger than what you fucking think it is. And you're just trying to fucking band-aid that shit with a shot or another diet, or I can do it on my own. I don't need help. It's fine. I'm good. I've literally had two women alone today, 2 women tell me how unhappy they are with their health. Nope, that's 3. I lie. 3 women. How unhappy they are in their health. And how they just like, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just so unhappy. I'm just so unhappy. And they don't know what to do. They don't know how to move forward. They don't know how to get unstuck. They don't know because nothing they've ever done before has worked. So why do it again? I'll just do nothing. No gray. There's no gray there. We got to live in the gray. We got to live in the gray, right? So that being said, I highly recommend you find somebody to help you, whether you hire me, whether you hire somebody else, whether you get an accountability partner, get a whoever. I highly don't recommend your spouse. Highly do not recommend your spouse. And go from there. Because, you know, I'm in a one-on-one container right now with somebody and we're like trying to get to the reason as to why she's turning to certain things for coping. And I'm going to be super honest. It's very surface level right now. She's, oh yeah. But then I started replacing that with this. And then, yeah. Okay, but why? Yeah, but why? Yeah, but why? And it's gotten to a point where it's like, you have to be open to dig a little deeper. You have to be open to start saying these things without fear of judgment from yourself, from me, or from anybody else. Because at the end of the day, that's how you're going to you got to work through that piece. You got to move past that piece. Right? So what could your life look like if you were able to start doing those things, right? That's where Fat Loss Basics comes into play. That is where, I wouldn't say BOD. BOD is a great, it's like a home base. You know what I'm saying? I have a lady there in BOD right now, and she's debating if she's going to move forward, if she's going to go to a different spot right now, because it's like not quite is what she needs. It doesn't give quite the accountability, doesn't give quite the information, but it's a really great place to start just understanding some basics of health. It gives you access to all my master classes. So she has been able to go back and watch like, oh shit, I need to eat more protein. Oh, well, hot damn. Okay. Right. So she's still able to start learning and start applying, right? That's the cool thing about BOD. BOD is also a great place for people who love to go work out, but they already want to program, or they don't know how to program, and so they want to program. Right? I have a few of my one-on-one clients that have moved into BOD, and they're just, people that have graduated with me and they're in BOD now. I have some people that are my alumni program. So it all just kind of depends on like what your needs are. Where do you go? Where do you fall? Because not everybody needs the same thing. That's the other thing. That's why fucking cookie cutter shit doesn't work. Okay. So if you're interested in those, links are in the show notes. You can hop in. $29 for BOD, $29 a month. 29 or $250. Anybody else remember Mr. Allen's? I don't even know if they're still around anymore, but that was super popular here in Detroit. And then Fat Loss Basics group coaching, that one, there is a link and there's a whole page. It tells you all the things that you get in group coaching. Today we had a check-in, and let me tell you guys, we went to church today, and it was so applicable to every single person that's in group coaching. Not just one person, not just a person who that's check-in belonged to, but every time you can take away something from somebody else's check-in because it's so applicable to you. It's so applicable. Okay. So also, I just want to give out a shout out to my client who I got to meet yesterday and have lunch, I don't know what you want to call it, with. I was so excited. I love when I get to meet my clients one-on-one. It's so nice to see people like not on a flat screen, and like they have people features, and like they're 3D and they have hair that moves and stuff. It's so cool. So anyway, shout out to you, Terry. Thank you so much for joining me and meeting with me. So on that note, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will be back hopefully with a Muscle Monday. That's the plan, at least for now. We'll see what happens. Okay, I will catch you on the next episode.